Right, hello everyone, and welcome to How to Fakie. For some reason, I am still getting people ask me, "How do you fakie?" It's pretty easy. Like I don't want to be horrible or anything, but it is quite simple, and I'm rather confused at why people don't really understand it. I'm gonna sort of teach you how to do it today, and I'm guessing people want it throughout farming, rather than like faking at like, because if you go to like a bike park, right? Let's take Stoker for example, because it's the best bike park that there is. You're not really like, unless you're actively trying to challenge yourself to fakie like the locomotive line or something. It's not really gonna be worth it. Like, it's not the same as faking everywhere else because you got to go around corners and stuff, and you've got to be a lot more careful with what you do. And it is tougher. I can't lie to you, that is tougher because you have less control over what you're doing. And even if you try to like fakie the downhill line, I don't know why you'd be doing this anyway, but without fakie balance, it is kind of almost impossible because as soon as you go over a certain speed, your guy no longer turns like when he fakies. You go over a certain speed, I'm not sure actually how far it is, and he'll just tilt, as you saw. He gets enough speed and he'll fall over. And that's what you don't want to be happening. But if you get fakie balance, and I'll go to the desert for this is just an example. So what I'll do is go ride, free ride, custom track, and I'll go to the desert, and then I'll put on fakie balance straight away, and we'll put ourselves on a 2 steepness node, and we'll make it completely straight, just for simplicity's sake. Sometimes these do pop up, so this can happen for you. I do have controller cam on here, and I will make it larger right now. As you can quite clearly see, there is a big controller on the screen, and it is copying all of my controls. I go forward with R2 and I brake with L2. So this is what's going on, and this isn't like, I'm not lying to you or anything, but fakie balance, with it on, it's as simple as doing this. You can see I am not touching my controller. I am just faking right now without touching my controller. I'm getting points. Fakie is working. Got fakie balance on, and the game is actually playing itself. Fakie is as simple as not touching your controller whatsoever. I can bunny hop because then it will give me my 3 times multiplier, and you get more rep. There's some people, I will stop and go to the start or whatever, and let me just do this. And there is some people that they watch my video, right, and you see me fakie balance, and what I'm doing is I'm going until that number there where it says 200, you know, your active rep. I'm waiting until that gets to 700, right? And I'll jump once. And that will give me the 3 times multiplier. But if you spam repeat a trick, it actually takes away how much rep you can get out of it. So that also happens if you just slightly come off the floor. It will be slightly less rep that you'll be getting out of this fakie. I'm just going to try and turn here to keep going. And also if you stop, this will now be a slight bit less than what you would do normally. So if you only jump once and you keep it going from the start all the way to the finish on a fakie balance node, I do pump. As you can see with my right stick, I am moving it down. You don't need to do this. This is just me doing it to try and stick myself to the floor. I'm not sure if it's really worth it, but I just do it out of habit. I don't have, because this isn't in a career session, I currently do not have my last stand bonus. But as you can see, I do have about 12,000 rep, but this is without a last stand bonus. And what a last stand bonus does is give you a small little hidden multiplier because you're on your last life. So if you die, you know, you're finished, you have to restart from the beginning again. And that will give you a small little multiplier that will increase the amount of rep that you get. So there, because I don't have a last stand bonus, because I'm not in an actual mode, in the career mode, where you get your items from, by the way. If you didn't know, you have to be in the career mode to be earning any rep and to be earning any items. You have to be in the career mode. You cannot earn items or rep inside of bike parks. You'll see the rep go up and stuff, but it won't count towards anything. It is just there because it's hard-coded into the game, and everywhere has rep. You know, like if you're in the lobby and you do like a trick, like say you do a backflip inside the lobby, it still will say that you did a backflip and give you some points, but it won't actually add it to this total here. And then if I move the controller out of the way for you, as you can see down at the bottom here, you can see my mouse on the screen, right? This number that's down here, I'll zoom it in as well. This is your total rep This means absolutely nothing apart from this is all the rep that you've collected whilst you're playing. And that will not get you any items. That saying over 250,000, that currently says 9 million rep. And yeah, I do have a Lux bike, a Lux helmet and stuff. But that doesn't mean that I would get that. If I theoretically, you see how I got 11 rep here, if I quit out and did this until I was at 9 million, I wouldn't have a Lux bike. It doesn't make a difference what your total rep is on. It would just add up and this would be all the rep that you're collecting. Obviously, me getting 11 rep and doing that until I hit 9 million would take forever, but it wouldn't get me any items. So I'll also show up the list. This is sort of a farming guide as well as how to Fakie. I'll put up this little flowchart that Grim found for me, is how it works. This is how you get items in the game. So at the top it says 250,000. If you get it, you will get an extraordinary. That is how that works. You earn 250,000 rep inside of a career session. It can be career plus or it can be normal career. When you hit 250,000, you will collect an item, and because you have 250,000, it will be a 100% chance of an extraordinary. If you get less than 250,000, right, but over 50,000, it will either give you a rare item or it will give you an extraordinary. The more rep you have closer to that 250,000 number, the more chance you'll have an extraordinary, and the more rep that you have that's closer to the 50,000, or I guess you could say less, then the further away you are from 250,000, the more chance you're going to get a rare item. And that's how it works. Simple as that. I just use those as examples because that's what most people should aim for, is those items, because that's where the cool items are kept. The Lux bikes are kept inside of the extraordinary section, and all of the other cool stuff that there is loads inside of the rare category, that's where they're all kept at the 50k mark. So if you get over 50,000 rep, you will be given obviously a rare item, or it could be, because it does give you a 20% chance of an extraordinary, it will give you either an extraordinary item. But this doesn't mean it will give you a Lux bike. That is just not the case. It is a complete random gamble that you will get a Lux bike. You will get an extraordinary item, yes, but that could also be a Lux helmet, Lux goggles, Lux top, and all of the different colours of the Lux items that they could be, would be in there. Then also included in the extraordinary section is a couple of other bikes. So the Invisibike, the Brandon Seminick inspired bike, the Stealth bike, the Sticker Bomb bike, and I think that's actually all of them. Oh, and the New Line Ashen bike. That is also kept in there. And then with that, there's a couple of t-shirts. Sorry about that, I hit my mic because I'm moving my hands while I explain stuff. There is a couple of other t-shirts. There is the giraffe costume and the dino costume is in there. And there's a couple of other just random t-shirts and stuff. And that is what's kept in the extraordinary section. I think you also get the Spaceman helmet, and then you will also probably get the Action Hank heads, because I know they're in there. And there's one other item which you can actually type in a code to get. It is stable, and it was when the game was unstable, and it gives you stabilizers. So if you don't want a chance of collecting that, then definitely type that code in and you will receive it. But that is as simple as faking is. You turn around and you let go of the controller. What I'll do now, actually, whilst I'm here, hello, yes, it is me, to just get rid of any misinformation, right? I've got my controller here. I'll move the left stick, right, and you'll see the controller cam one move as well. So it is connected, right? I'm not lying to you, whatever. I should probably tilt that down a bit more. I look like a midget. Yeah, so I'm not lying to you. It is doing that. And then if I accelerate, if I click back into the game, because I'm actually tabbed out, if I click back into the game, it will go forward. So I'm not lying to you. This is as simple as it is. I'll keep my controller up here. Right, we'll ride forward. We'll go into Fakie. I'll make sure I'm straight. And look, I'm not touching the controller. And the guy is just going. He's going. He's faking, and it's working completely fine all on its own. And that is the power of fakie balance. Without this, yeah, your guy would probably topple over and fall over. But it is genuinely as simple as this. I'm not touching the controller, and fakie is just happening without me. Fakie is this easy. You've just got to make sure you get your fakie balance perk, and then fakie is as easy as not doing a single thing. So that is genuinely how easy fakieing works. If you want to turn a bit, say you're going a bit off course, just tap the stick like this. Just tap it ever so slightly. What I'll do, I'll ride back and I'll give you an example. So turn round and I just tap the stick if I want to turn. I'll tap it like this, so I want to go over here. tap it, and then I'll tap it the other way as well if I want to go the other way. But I'm only lightly tapping the stick. Do not do big movements, because your guy will fall over. That is just as simple as how that works. Fakie balance definitely makes it 100 times easier. Without it, I would be going at this speed and instantly topple over straight away. There would be no turning. My guy would just go boom, and he's on his side. Simple as that. But this is how you fakie. Just as simple as this. I hope this really helps you out. This is exactly how you fakie balance. It is genuinely as easy as this, and I hope it helped you also learn how to get a Lux bike, I guess, because I covered that in here as well. But yeah, fakie balance is this simple, and I hope this helped you out. But yeah, I'm going to hand you over to my member screen. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much to my money havers, Andrew, Grim, Luna, James, Pugs, and Francis. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Subscribe for more of this stuff, and I'll see you a lot later. Goodbye.